Hi everyone! Today I will be giving a demo showing how to deploy BusinessWorks or integrate apps in TIBCO Cloud Integration using Maven. Before you can get started, you will need to download the Maven plugin version 2.8.1 or higher, which is available for download on our GitHub repo. Let's jump into the demo and show how to deploy an application from the BusinessWorks Studio using the Maven plugin. Before going into my project, there is one prerequisite that we need to take care of. Under Preferences, go to Maven, and under Installations, we need to provide the Apache Maven directory that should be installed on your machine. I will click here to save the configuration. I have already developed a basic application that I want to deploy using Maven on TIBCO Cloud Integration. To deploy, I need to generate the POM for this application. I can do that by right-clicking on the application. As you can see, we need to provide BW Home and TIBCO Home, both of which should be fetched automatically, but if not, you will need to fill it in yourself. Apart from that, change the deployment target to TCI and make sure the correct path is configured for Apache Maven on your machine. Then click Next. Here, you will be able to select how many instances you will need to start your application. The other two options, Force Overwrite and Retain App Properties, are applicable when you are upgrading your app. When upgrading an app, if you select Retain App Properties of the existing application in TIBCO Cloud Integration, it will save all of your environment variables instead of resetting it to default. However, after the deployment, there is one more step we will have to take to retain the app properties. Let's move ahead. When you generate the POM XML for your application, it will create a parent folder where you see the POM XML file. Next, we will simply debug the configuration. We need to provide the Maven goals as per our requirement. I am setting the goals as clean and install. You also need to provide the path for the application parent directory. And as you see here at the bottom, make sure the configuration directs to the Apache Maven directory on your computer. Then, under the environment variables, we need to configure 3 environment variables. First is TCI Platform API Access Token, which is responsible for authorization and authentication and can be generated using OAuth token functionality. Let me show you quickly by going to the TIBCO Cloud Integration dashboard. Then go to OAuth Access Token. Here, as you can see, I have already generated the Maven token. Just copy this value and provide it in the BusinessWorks Studio. The next environment variable is TCI Platform Subscription Locator, which highlights if you want to deploy your application to a parent organization or a child organization. If you want to deploy it on a parent organization, you can simply put the default value as 0. If you want to deploy it to a child organization, you need to find the service locator using this API. First, you will need to authorize it. Here you need to provide the OAuth token value of that particular organization. Click on Authorize, and now you can see it is authorized. Then go to the User API call. After clicking on Execute, it will give you the value of the subscription locator of the respective child organization associated with that particular parent organization. You need to copy the value of the subscription locator and provide the same value in the BusinessWorks Studio. Here, I am using the default one. The third environment variable is API Platform API Endpoint, which determines the TIBCO Cloud Integration region your organization uses. You can deploy your application to the default US region without providing a value, but if your deployment is in the Australian or Europe region, you need to populate the value of the URL accordingly. My organization is tied to the default US region, so I will not provide a value. After running this configuration, under the console, it will start to deploy my application. As you can see, the build for this application has been completed successfully. Let's move to TIBCO Cloud Integration and see if my application has been successfully deployed or not. Here, as you can see, my application has already deployed and it is running with a single instance. If you had deployed the app using the EAR, it would have been deployed in the stop state instead of the run state. Now, coming back to the BusinessWorks Studio, we need to perform one additional step to retain the app properties. Under Application, go to the POM XML. Here, we need to comment out the files directing towards the engine var JSON and the app var JSON files, so that it will not pick up the values from the application variable and engine variable in the new version of the application, and instead will retain the existing app property from the existing version. To summarize, when deploying your application with Maven, there are two prerequisites. Make sure that you have the BusinessWorks Maven plugin 2.8.1 or later on your local machine, and you must have TIBCO Business Studio for BusinessWorks installed in order to use this feature. There are a lot of benefits to using Maven deployment, as it helps us retain app properties without invoking the API. Through Maven deployment, there is also no need to provide TIBCO Cloud Integration credentials, as our authentication is taken care of via the OAuth token. Maven also helps us automate deployments using CI/CD tools like Jenkins. And finally, there is no need to upload the EAR of our BusinessWorks application, and we can scale our application directly without going into the TIBCO Cloud Integration dashboard. Thank you for your time today. Feel free to share any questions and feedback. Have a great day.